Hello, my gorgeous Sagittarius. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium. And this reading is for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And it's in between the 8th and the actual 30th of June 2022. But I'm going to focus specifically on the actual blockage that you're going to have within this stage and this period of your life. But this blockage, like a negative blockage of negative energy, is quite important to focus on right now, because as soon as you establish and realize what this blockage is, the sooner you're going to be able to move on onto the next big, massive, huge, enormous step of your life. So this blockage is almost like a challenge as well, like a spiritual challenge that you need to deal with. And this is why this is so important, because it's affecting you in such a way where it's like kind of like slowing you down until you realize what this is and until you deal with it. So I will tell you what your blockage is actually going to be so you can work on it, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. So now it's all about focus. Listen to me very carefully. It's in between the 8th and the 30th of June. It's all about focusing, it's all about grounding, and it's all about centering yourself. Why? Because you know what? You know why? Because there is an element of a very powerful element which is about to return into your life. It's to do with an unfinished business, and you're going to be reminded yet again what this unfinished business is, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Indeed, this is in between the 8th and the actual 30th of June. It's going to bounce back in your life as many times as it needs until you kind of like get hold of it, deal with it, and finish it. You know, it's to do with an unfinished business, but it's also strongly connected to your karma and to spiritual journey, and that's what's going to be keep on coming back into your life and creating the blockage until you deal with it. But you need to establish what this is yourself, and most importantly you are, and most significantly you are going to establish what this is, because it's just going to take so much of your attention, it's going to drain your energy a little bit, but most importantly it's going to make itself known. So this like kind of like an element of yourself that you've kind of left in the past, it's going to bounce back again. So it's to do with an unfinished business. This is why the focus is important, why your grounding is important, why your centering is important, and also what you need to strictly understand. You know, you need to kind of like stay focused, and you need to do this, you know. And also as soon as you establish what this is, you know, you need to use your intuition to plan your next step as well, next step ahead. You're going to need to use your intuition almost immediately after that moment in time, as soon as you understand, so as soon as this happens. And I'm really highlighting that you're going to need to use your intuition, because you are going to be around lots of like kind of strong people, or even one strong person when it comes to their personality, when it comes to their energy, when it comes to their character. They're really, really strong, and sometimes they say things to you and they make sense like in a certain way, but then subconscious mind is telling you, come, maybe not, but then their energy takes over and they impose certain opinions on you, and then these opinions like kind of take over your life for the next like maybe few hours. And then after a few hours, you know, you're thinking like, oh my god, if you had an important conversation with that person, let's say, you know, you didn't respond in your own way because you responded in the way that other person wanted you to respond. But it's just because their energy is so strong, you know, we don't realize this particular thing, you know, happening at the time. We only realize after we go, and then we realize, oh my god, what have I done? I should have said this, I should have said that. So this is the energy that I'm talking about. This is the energy that I need you to be aware of, so it doesn't kind of mess things up for you. It's not going to mess things up for you, but it's just the kind of worth to pay attention to, like a very strong people in your life and very strong people around you that are not necessarily negative or evil or horrible, but it's just they have this strong energy that can actually take over. It's not the end of the world, but it's just going to kind of slow your process down until you reflect on something very specific in your own way, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And that in itself is going to release so much of a negative energy in itself, let alone everything else, okay? You know, and also, you know, when it comes to like a basically you know, when it comes to that like unfinished business, what you need to understand, it's like a basically to be flexible in this approach as much as you possibly can. When it comes to that unfinished business, you need to be flexible as much as you possibly can. Just remember this, because so far you haven't finished this unfinished business. You didn't deal with it because you weren't flexible enough. So the answer how to deal with that unfinished business is to be flexible as much as you possibly can, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And on another hand, you know, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can't accomplish at this moment in time, as long as you set your mind to it. So this is what you need to remember. Don't be distracted, because you are on target. Please remember this, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Do not be distracted, because you are on target. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.